That's okay. Okay. So, friends, this topic that I have chosen is because it's been long since I talked about Patriji, and although each and every word that I speak, it's laced with love from angels and Patriji himself. But I just wanted to do this because longest of the times that I've talked about Patriji's words, what he says, what he talks about. And today was, I just felt that, yeah, I have to talk about Patriji and his words. So I just chose this topic. And it's going to really, really help all of you, especially the beginners who are listening today to me, or who will listen to me in the future. This topic is really beautiful. And yes, after the topic is being shared, we will also share our own experiences. Probably these questions that I'm going to share with you might also help you, solve your issues or maybe solve your queries that you might have had about meditation, because this is something that Patriji has said himself. So I'm going to share this topic with you. Just try to be with my words. Try to feel that it's Patriji saying all these things to you. And definitely you are going to get a lot of wisdom from this, because this is comes straight away from Patriji. So let's listen to what Patriji has to say. So the topic of today's session is meditation experiences. Brahmarishi Patriji, founder of the Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, a New Age spiritual master on a mission to spread meditation across the globe for over 40 years. The book Patriji Answers is a compilation of question and answer sessions with him from a popular weekly public program called Enlightenment Hour. Patriji answers a variety of questions from seekers, providing great clarity across multifaceted areas covering meditation, relationships, parenting, manifestation, wellness, purpose of life, right path, pyramids, spiritual science, death, and many more. A few excerpts from the book Patriji Answers. Now, since it has been briefed that this has been taken from the question and answer sessions that were being held on Zoom during the COVID times also, and Patriji used to, with excitement, he used to always answer all the questions, and I also have asked so many questions in these sessions. So I'm going to share those questions that the seekers have asked, and I'll share the answers that Patriji has given all of us. So now the question is, somebody asked, the seeker has asked, why do we sometimes feel very lethargic or drained after meditation? So Patriji answers, you have to pay back for all your past mindsets and past meat eating. Your non-meditation has only postponed your payment. However, the payment gets lessened a little as you keep meditating. Everybody has to pay for all the violence and barbarism inflicted by them. You may also have pains. So next question, which was being asked is, sometimes my body jerks suddenly during meditation. Why does that happen, sir? Patriji says, when you do meditation, because of the energy input, many things happen in the body. The physical body interacts and reacts. You may feel jerks or temperature differences, like feeling cold or hot. All these things that happen are part of the meditation experiences. You have to go through all of them. This is called Nadi Mandala Prakashalana, clearing off all energy blocks in the energy body. Question number 3. So Patriji is being asked by one of the speakers again. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I get scary experiences. Am I doing it right, Patriji? So Patriji says, yes, of course. Meditation can be scary sometimes, but it is not an unwelcoming thing. Every experience in meditation is designed for you by your higher self. I'm repeating his words. Every experience in meditation is designed for you by your higher self in the same manner like a mother plans and makes healthy food for her children. So our higher self knows what kind of experience is to be given to our soul. The reasons for those experiences can only be given. I'm sorry. The reasons for those experiences can only be given to you by your higher self. I cannot answer that. All I can tell you is that everything happening in meditation is absolutely safe. You need to sit through the experiences and go beyond. The more confidently and fearlessly you could sit through any of these experiences, the sooner you will cross them and move to the next level of experiences. I'm going to share this answer once again so that it just gets into you and so that you are able to absorb what Patriji is saying. So the question is asked, sometimes when I'm meditating, sir, I get scary experiences. Am I doing it right? So Patriji says meditation can be scary sometimes, but it is not an unwelcoming thing. Every experience in meditation is designed for you by your higher self. The reason for those experiences can only be given to you by your higher self. I cannot answer that. All I can tell you is that everything happening in meditation is absolutely safe. You need to sit through the experiences and go beyond. The more confidently and fearlessly you could sit through any of these experiences, the sooner you will cross them and move to the next level of experiences. Next question. So somebody asks that I'm practicing meditation for a while, but still there is anxiety in me when the unknown is happening or while doing new things. How can I overcome this, sir? Patriji says, you have to do more meditation. You have to do more swadhyaya. You have to do more sajjan sangatya. That's how you become mature in spirituality. Otherwise, you tend to be immature in spirituality. More and more of meditation, swadhyaya, and sajjan sangatya. You have a day of 24 hours. Fill your day with all these 3 things to become mature in spirituality. When you enter spirituality, of course, you're immature. But as you progress in your practice, you become more and more mature. It is normal. Beginners are bound to be immature. Seniors are bound to be mature. The junior in due course will become a senior. Next question. From the past 5 years, I am doing meditation, but as per my observation, my anger has increased after meditation. Can you please clarify? Patriji says that's the rule, because without meditation, you can't differentiate between things. With meditation, you easily differentiate things, which is good and which is bad. So anger increases against the bad. With meditation, you develop more powers to discriminate. You will see more of the truth and more of the untruth. When you see more untruth, you are against untruth. Durvasa Muni was always very angry. Non-meditators will not be angry as they don't know anything. They're ignorant people. I get angry if someone is eating meat because I'm not ignorant. I'm a wise person. I wasn't angry by seeing a non-vegetarian before my meditation, but now after doing meditation, I have become terribly angry whenever I see anybody eating meat. Anger will increase after doing meditation. This everybody should know. Next question. What is the link between meditation and dreams? Do we have to analyze every dream? or let go of the dream? So Patriji answers, never ever analyze any dream. Never ever analyze any meditational experience. Never ever analyze any life experience. We are not here to analyze anything. We are here just to go through them, to witness them. That's all. Remember the great statement, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. We acquire all the knowledge, wisdom in the witnessing and not in the analysis. Analysis will not take you anywhere. We are incapable of doing analysis because our mind's database is very, very small. In the absence of full data, we should never attempt to analyze anything. And full data is never possible for any mortal human being. So never analyze any dream as good or bad. Never analyze any life as good or bad. Next question is, should we not analyze our meditational experiences? So Patriji says, you don't know how to analyze. Then how do you analyze? You can't analyze any meditation experiences. You can't analyze any of life's experiences. We go through all these things which happen, but we never try to analyze them. Remember this point. Then you will become a wise person. We are not here to analyze anything. We are here just to do meditation and just to go through the good experiences and go through the bad experiences as well. Witness all the experiences as they are. In meditation, we aim for thoughtless state or thought-free state, but we see visions and do astral travel, which gives work for the mind. So what is it, Patriji? So Patriji says, there are several types of mind, and that is what you have to understand. In meditation, the worldly mind is silenced and the spiritual divine mind comes out. The worldly mind, the material mind, goes out of the mind, but the spiritual mind comes into the mind. There are different minds. One or the other mind is always working. The spiritual mind begins its work in meditation. The spiritual mind sees far beyond all the dimensions. Mind is soul. But what kind of minds do we have to allow? We shouldn't allow a worldly mind. We should allow a divine mind, and that is meditation. Next question. The seeker asks, do you have any astral travel experiences? So Patriji says, in the year 1956, I used to stammer and my voice and speech were not clear. I was in Prayagraj at that time. So my uncle, who was a surgeon, suggested surgery on my tongue and mouth, and we decided to go ahead with it. He gave me some anesthesia first. The operation theater was there, and my body was lying there, but I was above it. I was able to see my body from above and outside of it. I could see the doctors and nurses operating. I was even able to hear them. This was my first out-of-the-body experience. This was the experience that made me realize that you can be out of your body like that. Next question. What is the subtle body? For past 3 years, I've been seeing myself in a mirror whenever I sit in meditation. Please explain what that means. So Patriji says, if you want to know everything about subtle bodies, read the Theosophical Society's literature. Either visit their website or contact your local Theosophical Society or go to the main headquarters in Adyar, Chennai. If you're serious about getting an answer, you will do all these things. Next question. So, friends, this question was asked by me. I still remember in the session, which I'm going to talk about. So the question is, can you please talk about more what a walk-in is? So Patriji says, it's a great phenomena. A walk-in is when one soul leaves the body and another soul occupies that same body. There is a great book about it called Strangers Among Us by Ruth Montgomery, which has plenty of knowledge about walk-ins. Who is considered to be a walk-in? Patriji says, now in this transition age, many great masters occupying various physical bodies with permission and acceptance, they are called walk-ins. Next question, did you have a walk-in? Did you observe any changes after the walk-in happened? Patriji says, everything changed. After a walk-in happens, one is no longer concerned about their earthly relations. After a walk-in, one is considered only about one's immediate family, spouse, kids, and parents. One is not considered about anything else, not even about siblings. There are no more one's families. Before the walk-in, everybody was my family. But after the walk-in, I noticed that somehow I was no longer bonded to my brothers, brother-in-law, and sisters, and I was naturally concerned about my immediate family. So friends, this was you can say the question and answer session that happened, with Patriji in the Enlightenment Hour, which was being then probably it gotten into the Spiritual India book. And I was able to share all this experience. So anything that you want to share with me, any experiences that you want, or did you get any answer? Because Patriji's words really has shattered many myths, and it has given a lot of answers to a lot of people. I'm sure you might have also learned something from today's session, from what Patriji has to say. So if there is anything that you want to talk to me about, please share. Please share. Please come up. Okay, so Pooja has written that I'm always sleeping in meditation. So guys, one thing I just want to tell you, because there's so many people who come to me also with the same query that, is it bad if we sleep? Okay, so I would say that it is never bad if you're sleeping, but don't make sleeping a habit. Because what happens is, initially when you start meditating, the first thing the meditation sees is what is actually needed by your body. What is it that you want, your body is wanting? So if your body wants to be calm, then meditation will give you calmness. If your body wants, or if your soul wants that it should be more than that, and it should, you should go and travel different dimensions, it will give you that. If your meditation thinks that it is your emotional and mental peace that is to be given, then it will cater to that. So those people who need calm, who need peace, who need to be peaceful from inside, then meditation will cater to that first, and it will trigger that button. And as soon as that button is triggered, as soon as the body will start having those hormones released, you will start falling asleep, because you're peaceful at that time, you're calm at that time, there is no problem as such. But I would definitely say that please do not make sleeping a habit. Initially, on the initial stages, that is absolutely fine. But after that, you just have to, try not to sleep during the meditation. I hope, Pooja ji, I was clear. Okay, so Pooja ji is not here. Okay, thank you. Yes, Nilima, yes.
Hi, Sharoo. I think Pooja rejoined as Adit Lamba. I think they got their answers. Yeah. First of all, thank you. Thank you so much, Sharoo, for bringing this article. And always, whenever we hear the answers from Patriji, is always enlightening. And there is lot more to learn from every word of what Patriji have said. And I really admire the statement because since childhood, I used to get a lot of dreams, and whatever I want, I manifest a lot in dreams, and I analyze a lot in dreams. And also the meditation experiences. Oh my God, why this came? I am so happy with this experience. When Sir said do not analyze anything, we somehow stop the difference between the good and bad, and we just are in the observation state. And that's what really matters, because as a humans we always tend to be, okay, I am pretty good at doing this, and if I am bad then I get sick, or I get emotionally down. But when we stop analyzing the difference between good and bad, you're just a witnesser. You just witness the moments, and every experience is so cherished greatly. And for me, the best thing is sir have set an example by living as well, that I still remember in 2012 there were lot of things happen in the PSSM society, and most of the pyramid masters like were even afraid to come out. But sir has said only one thing: I'm very big to answer to these small questions. I'm just enjoying everything, so I accept every situation. And he set an example by living in joyfully in every situation. And when you were reading, I was just recollecting, this is how I have been raised since 2004, when I joined in meditation, listening to only Patriji's answers, like what to do in meditation. Now I still remember my first question when I first met Patri sir in 2006, I guess. I have asked him, I didn't ask him anything. I just approached him and sat there silently. And Patri sir was like, shoot some questions, shoot some questions. And I was like, nothing, sir. I only wanted to do meditation. Then just do it. There is nothing like I want to do. You just only have to do. That's it. There is nothing else. And I still recollect another question afterwards, because at that time meat eating was a bigger thing. Sir have said in a almost in every session, in everywhere. Yeah. And then I asked sir, all of my friends were eating meat, they were not listening to me, and what should I have to do? And sir said, your job in anything is only to say once. You have to just throw the light, and that's your job. And you are not here to follow up on what is happening, and you are not here to expect like you should not expect anything from others. If they change, it is for their good. If they do not, you just have to leave them and go with your world. And that's like an eye opener for me. My job from then onwards is to just say and forget about it.
True.
Yeah, so these are some of the questions which I recollect, and yes, I'm glad that you brought this topic. And also about the walk-ins, Sharoo, I just also wanted to say that recently I have even read this book, Strangers Among Us. Even I recommend everyone to read this book. And the good part is, okay, I have also analyzed, summarized this and kept it in our Beam channel as well. There were 2 sessions. If anyone is not having the book, please also go through the session recordings. But of course, this book is a must book by every master. Yes,
I agree.
Yeah. In order to understand the walk-ins, and thank you so much, Sharoo.
Thank you, Nilima. Thank you so much for your share, because this is, sharing is always, it gives us a boost. It tells us that, yes, okay, so this is the additional wisdom, or maybe this experience also helps us learn so much. Yes. So every individual's experience is an experience, even if you're not having any experience, is an experience in itself.
Yes.
So this is what I feel, because whenever we used to ask Patriji that tell us about your experience, he used to say, I don't have any experience.
Exactly.
He always used to say, मुझे नहीं आता है कुछ. मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है. I don't get any experience. What sort of an experience do you want me to share with you? I don't get any experiences. I'm blank completely. And what he's doing is he's doing his work on a different level altogether.
Yeah.
So people, who do not get the experiences, I would always request those people not to feel that they have, they're inferior to anybody. No, not at all. Because on the soul level, you guys do not know how evolved you are going to be after some time. Because the evolution is happening, even if you're not having any kind of an experience in meditation. So You don't have to evaluate yourself, or again, as Sir said, don't analyze anything. So you don't even analyze yourself by seeing that the other person is having any kind of an experience. So having no experience is also an experience in a way. So let that be an experience, and just go with the flow and be the flow. That's all.
And I believe it's not only the experiences that comes in meditation or in dreams, but whatever life we are living, every moment for me is also an experience. This is the minute things that we always look for something else, but in the present moment itself is an experience, right? Yeah. Well said, Sharoo. Thank you so much.
True. Thank you so much, Nilima. Thank you so much. Okay, so there is another question, that do we have to put any intent before we sit in meditation? So yes, if you want to, it's not necessary that you have to, put an intent. But if you want to, if your soul is willing to create an intent before you want to sit for meditation, why not? Because meditation does not go by any rules and regulations. Nor has Patriji said that, okay, this is my rules, these are my rules, this is the directory, and according to that, you have to, go. He just says, close your eyes, focus on your breath, and sit comfortably, relax, and that's it. And then how you want to do it, you want to keep an intent, definitely you can keep. If you don't want to keep an intent and just be with your breath all the time, that's also fine. So I hope I answered the question.
Sharoo, with your permission, I also want to add to this one. Yeah, shall I?
Yeah, please do not ask the permission, please. I was just, for 2 minutes, I was just wondering why is she taking in permission from
me. No, because I always have to. No. You're the master of today.
No, please, just go ahead.
I just only wanted to add that, placing intention is very good, as you said. And I recollected Sir's words that whenever we place an intention, we should also be in a state of acceptable situation to face the consequences of that as well. So this is where Sir always says, like, we have to really, really be in the awareness state, and then only we have to place the intention. And then there will be wonders which will be working, and we should also need to be ready for the change. Yeah, so just only one wanted to add this.
Yes, because as Nilima said, that when we keep the intent, see, we are meditators, and when we start keeping an intent, it starts manifesting at a very greater rate and speed. So you really have to see that what sort of an intent are you keeping? What is your intention behind that intent, which is very important. So once you know what sort of an intention you have behind that intent, that is what universe always sees, the vibration of your intention. And if the universe sees that the vibrations of your intention is good, it's positive, it's for the greater good of the universe, then definitely it is going to happen. So in meditation, if you're seeing that, okay, I do not have the car, but she has the car and I want that car, and I'm going to put an intent that I want that car, which is more expensive than my neighbor, then definitely not. This is not something that is going to be manifested. Because it has also vibration of jealousy into it. So then universe does not manifest that. Yeah. So thank you so much. So anybody else? Any question, anything that you want to share, or anything you want to ask? So this is the time when you can. Is there anything you want to share?
I just also wanted to ask your personal journey as well, how you started, and your meditation experiences too.
When I started Nilima, number one, I didn't know anything about the experiences. I didn't know anything about astral travel. these were completely new for me. And I still remember I went to Pyramid Valley, GCSS, and I was talking to Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi. Then I was talking to Christiane Muller and Kaya Muller over there, who were talking about dreams there. And they were talking a lot about meditation experiences and everything. I didn't know anything about it. Okay. And there were so many people who were saying that I see this energy, I see Lord Rama, I see Lord Krishna, that one is coming inside of me. And I didn't understand what was happening. Okay. And then I sat with Patriji and I said that I don't see anything, sir. I don't understand what they're saying. So one thing sir told me was, when the universe has to unlock that door, it will be unlocked. If universe feels that now you're ready, you will be ready, then only they will be, they will be unlocking that door. And if not, if you're not ready, and if you're not ready, and if you don't want that kind of an experience, then universe will not send that to you. So accept everything that is coming to you, good or bad. So that was the beginning for me, because I started understanding that I have to just be with my breath. I don't have to hold on to anything. I just have to let go of myself, let go of all the expectations that I've had because of what I was hearing from so many masters. I just dropped everything the day Patriji told me this. And that was the beginning of my journey, a beautiful journey with angels, because that was the time when angels for the first time connected with me, when I dropped everything, all the expectations and everything which I had with myself. So after that, there was no looking back, because I used to meet Patriji in different locations. I went to Kolkata and Mandarmani, with him. I went to Orissa with him. I went to different places wherever he used to go initially, and I used to just sit and listen. And then the experiences, they started happening. It was like, it was not something that was you would say that it was intentional. No, it wasn't intentional at all. I never asked for any experiences. I used to be just plain simple, focusing on breath, keeping my eyes closed. That's it. But I used to meditate a lot, because that was the time. And friends, what happened was, because I was physically very weak at that time, and emotionally and mentally too. So what happened was, meditation first tried to see what is my physical side that needs to be healed. And then meditation started doing that first. So my uterus, which was, there were cancerous fibroids in that was what meditation started doing. It started shrinking those fibroids. So the operation that was supposed to be happening, where they wanted to take out the uterus, it was not done. So, which I've written this experience in my book, The Awakening, as well. So after the physical was being treated, then it was the time for me to get into the emotional and mental, and meditation did that, curing and healing my emotional and my mental side, the mental body. And after that, it was spiritual. So it was basically, for me, it was like, step by step progress that was happening. And I was not evaluating anything. I was just letting it come. I was just trying to be with the flow. I was not questioning anything. But yes, when the angels came, I wanted to know what it was, because I was pretty scared initially, because I didn't know who they were and what they were talking and why they were talking to me. But slowly and gradually, yes, when I talked to Patriji about angels, he said that, yes, there are light beings who are there to help you out. So be open to them. So that's what I learned from him. And slowly and gradually, these experiences, I started getting those experiences. But then, friends, I met with so many people who were not having the experiences, but on the soul level, on their level, the evolution was great. They were beautifully, that their graph was going up and up and up. So I remember those words of Patriji that, you don't have to stick to those experiences. Take everything as an experience, everything, whatever is coming, whatever is not coming. It's an experience in itself. So I was literally bowled over by these things that Patriji used to tell me. So I just kept those words in my mind. I started just going with the flow. I was not against the flow. I was in the flow completely. And that's how I progressed in my journey. And that's what my meditation, journey was as far as the, my experiences are concerned. So this is this was how I felt. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sharoo. Last but not the least, I have one more question to you. And how many hours you used to sit in meditation in that stage, in the beginning stage?
Okay, so in the beginning stage, I would say that I used to sit 5 to 6 hours a day, and it was in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
For example, for 1 hour, whenever I used to get time for 1 hour or 2 hours time, I used to straight away, meditate for 2 hours at a stretch. Then afterwards, whenever I used to get the time, is to sit, because Patriji also always told me that, or told us, all of us, even 10 minutes meditation, whenever you get time, even if you're cooking, you just close your eyes, even for 1 minute, that is also meditation. So whenever I used to get time, and I used to sit, and I think that was the reason why I could heal my body very quickly, because the hours and the quality hours.
Yes.
Because usually what happens, dilemma, is people still come and ask me that, I've been doing meditation for 6 hours, 7 hours at a stretch. Sometimes I do it throughout the night, but I'm not getting the results. Okay. So number one, friends, it is very important for you guys to know that please do not attach any kind of an expectation with meditation. What it has to do, it will do it, no matter what. And secondly, when we are talking about meditation, meditation is going to happen. It is going to give you the result any whichever way. Whatever meditation feels that, okay, this is what your body requires. So it is going to first cater to that, then to what you are expecting it to cater to. So sometimes it happens that if you are even sitting for 1 hour, but you are giving that quality 1 hour for meditation, your thoughts are not wandering, you are completely in your trance state, you are just with your breath, that 1 hour is also equivalent to 3 hours of meditation. If that quality meditation is there, not the quantity, but the quality, which is important always in meditation. So today, even if I'm sitting here, if I sit just for 1 hour, I know in that 1 hour, I'm completely free from all the thoughts that are coming into my mind. And that 1 hour is for me equivalent to 3 hours, because I travel, I go somewhere else, I'm in some other dimension, I get the downloads and I come back. So this is what meditation does with you, slowly and gradually, because it is very important. Patience and patience with meditation. You can't say that, today I started meditation and tomorrow it has started showing all the miracles. No. Slowly and gradual process, it's a slow and gradual process, and slowly you will be able to understand that. So thank you, Nilima. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharoo, for answering. The reason why I have asked in the initial days, I still remember Patrij sir used to tell to all his first batch students like Newton sir, all others, and they used to sit all the night in meditation, and they used to experiment things.
Yes.
And I believe, the quality time is more important, and along with this number of, it's also how much serious we are to this practice. This is what teaches us, and this is the reason why I have asked this question as well, because from all of you we learn from every master, and this is where we have to learn how to exactly sit in meditation, to have this quality time, and to just not entertaining the other thoughts, and to be with ourselves completely. And yes, I'm so glad for your answers, and of course always an inspiration, Sharoo.
Thank you. Thank you. It's feeling is mutual because everybody is inspiration. You are for me, I am for you.
Yes.
So we all are inspirations for each other. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharoo.
Thank you, Nilima. So another question is, how would we know where are we in the soul level? So guys, please stop, as Patriji said, stop analyzing. It is not our job to do that. It is not our job to analyze where we are. It is the job of the soul, and let this job be with the soul. The soul knows where are we. The soul knows, and the soul is going to guide you no matter what. So even if you are at this level, the soul knows where you are, and it will keep constantly guiding you that, hey, you are at this level and you have to work more. You have to work more. You have to work more. So I remember angels, they had given me a test. And in that test, what happened was I asked them that, where do you think I am? So I'm talking about 6 months or 1 year back. So I said, where do you think I stand? So they asked me that, where do you think you stand? So, there was an ego mind, okay, who said 8 on the scale of 10. But there was this soul, that was that higher self, who said, it's 6, Sharoo. So, and I said that to the angels that I think I'm on the level 6 right now. And they smiled and they went off. So the soul knows, even if your ego mind tries to, tell you a different kind of a story, but the soul knows, your higher self knows where you stand, and they will keep constantly guiding you that, hey, Sharoo, you still have to work. You still have to work. Maybe you're 1 notch up, but yeah, you still have to work. So yeah, you keep listening to your higher self and you know where you are. So do not take that workload on your physical body, because it's the work of the soul. So please just don't get into that trap of where am I on the soul level. The soul knows. Yeah. So thank you so much for this question. Yes. So anybody else, or should we start the meditation for 10-15 minutes? Is there any question?
Sharoo, I think there is a question to you on YouTube.
Okay.
Once we are entangled between work life and home life and have little time left, okay, so how many hours do you suggest that we should give to meditation in that situation?
Okay, so what is the name of the center, Nilima? No, there's no name. Okay.
No, I mean, it was written by Vritika Lalwani.
Okay. So ma'am, the thing is, I am nobody to tell you for how long should you sit. Okay. Number one, Patriji has always said that you have to create a balance between the physical and the spiritual life. So you have to see that when your physical life is completely catered to, when you're out of your chaos and the duties and the responsibilities, that is the time when you can sit peacefully. Because if you have not catered to your children, you have not catered to your family, then this question will always keep, it will be there in your mind that I have to do this, I have to do that. So I would suggest that, sit at that very time when you see that all your duties and responsibilities to yourself and to your family have been catered to. Now you can be with your higher self for some time. So the time, the duration is absolutely up to you. As I said, I always give more emphasis to quality than to quantity. So if it is a quality meditation where there are no thoughts, and even if you're sitting for 1 hour, that is fine, and you want to extend that time to 2 hours, that is absolutely great. But if you can just sit for half an hour and then there is a duty call, absolutely okay. Because Patricia used to say that whenever you get time, even if you're getting the time for 10 minutes anywhere, close your eyes and meditate. That's okay. So if you are meditating in breaks also, the way I used to do it in breaks. So if you can do that, wonderful. Yeah, I hope I answered ma'am's question.
Yeah, I hope she's listening as well. And there was one more question, Sharoo. Jimmy have asked how to know you are connected to your higher self.
How do you know that you're connected to your higher self?
Yeah, this was the
Okay.
question.
Okay, so how do you know when you're connected to the higher self is when you start differentiating between your ego mind or ego self and the higher self. So when your higher self talks to you, the higher self is always positive. It will never try that you should procrastinate anything. It will always put you on a path which is for your own greater good. But when your ego mind is talking to you, it will always tell you to delay the things. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. Suppose from tomorrow onwards, my higher self has told me that, Sharoo, you have to get up in the morning and you have to do the exercise or yoga, because that is something which is good for your health. Now I'm sleeping and all of a sudden the alarm bell rings, and then it's time for me to wake up. And all of a sudden my ego self starts saying that, hey, you're very tired, Sharoo, why don't you just sleep for another 10-15 minutes? But there's another self that is saying that, Sharoo, it's already time, you have to get up and do the yoga. Even if you have to stretch your body a little bit, you have to stretch your time a little bit, you just have to wake up. So when your higher self is talking to you, when your ego self is talking to you. Everything that is good for your soul is being talked by your higher self. Everything that is set or told to you in a negative way, negative speech, and when there is I in that, then there's I in that, that is your ego self saying to you. So this is how you differentiate between the higher self and the ego self, and that's how you get to know that your higher self is connected to you than any other self. So I hope, Jimmy, I did answer your question.
Thank you so much, Sharoo. So
yes,
they are listening, and now more.
Thank you. Yes, Vindhya ji. Okay, Vindhya ji. Did you raise the hand? Can't unmute?
Now you can. You should be able to unmute, Vindhya ji.
Oh yeah, I can. Sorry, Sharidi, I think you were about to start meditation, but I had
No. That's okay.
Whatever you were talking felt so relevant about higher self and ego, and like just these past few days have been like holiday days for us in US, and family was here, like kids and sister-in-law and their family, everybody. So I just gave into my ego self because I had to take care of the family and everything. But coming back again, I know there's higher self telling me, just like you said, you have to wake up, you have to meditate, you have to do this. And I just was tired, couldn't get to it. And now to get back again into that routine, it is taking me, I feel like I'm totally different self again. Will it be again? I have to I don't know. I just have a question, like, will it be taking again that whole, can I easily get back to that? Or is it just I'm so connected to ego again and attached that I need to let go?
Okay. Vindhya ji, the thing is, sometimes we have to be gentle with ourselves also. Yeah, because we are really working hard. Okay. So when we talk about the family responsibilities, they can really take a toll on us sometimes. And it is important that we, at that time, listen to ourselves, that what is it that the body needs? Does the body need rest right now? And if the body needs rest, then we should sleep at that time, because for body, Patriji says it's the sleep that is required. For the mind, meditation is required. Because if you want the the mind to rest, then meditation is something that you need to do. But sometimes our body is so exhausted by all taking care of the dharma, taking care of all the responsibilities, that it needs to take rest. So just be a little gentle with your body. And after you have taken complete rest, then you can bounce back again. You can bounce back and you can come back to your routine, because that is what Patriji always talks about creating a balance between the physical and spiritual. So we have to create a balance. Otherwise, it will be very chaotic. We will not be able to look after our physical life, and we will not be able to focus on our spiritual life at all. So be gentle. It's going to come back to you because your brain is completely wired. The higher self knows where Vindhya has to go. So don't worry about that. It is going to come back to you.
Thank you. That helps because I feel I'm like a total different self. This is not what I had created these past few years. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vindhyaji. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, anything else anybody wants to ask or share before we get into our beautiful, wonderful meditation? Okay, so I guess it's time to meditate for some time. Let's meditate for 15 minutes in this group consciousness, friends. Be with
Sharoo?
Patriji. Yes,
I just
Nilima?
only wanted to add that if there are no questions, there are 8 members who are watching on YouTube. So
Okay.
friends, I request every one of you to join. And on YouTube, I have already provided the Zoom link along with the passcode. So I'm going to stop the live now, and please join on YouTube, Zoom. So thank you. Thank you so much. And Sharoo, just give me a moment so that I'll stop the live. Yeah. Thank you.